It's the first day of summer. It has felt like a long, wet spring. I like to change my home as best as I can to suit the seasons. I'm home a lot. I love being able to stay home with my children, but it can feel like you're staring at the same walls. Being able to style things slightly differently, it's just a simple way that makes me smile. I always find summer is the season I struggle with the most to decorate. I think autumn and winter, they have their own complete unique vibes. And spring, after a long winter, it's easy to create a light and bright feeling again. But summer always stumps me a bit. If anyone has any tips, please let me know. I love picking flowers from the garden, and if at that moment I have an abundance of one type, that's the one I will use in every room I can. At the moment there is so much catmint and the beautiful lady's mantle. I want them to look like I've picked them from my garden. I love that timeless charm they bring, like they were always meant to be there. I spend an awful lot of time in the kitchen, and if there was only one spot I wanted to focus on in the house, I would decorate in here. Even if the house is in total chaos, I like to be able to come in here, pop the kettle on, and have something beautiful to look at. I have to try things out and see how they look. I decided to move the Sonos speaker to the other side of the kitchen. It was messing up the look. Particularly in a kitchen, I think using actual produce can look really simple and beautiful. I want to switch out this little picture for something a bit more summery. I'll come back to that later. Scents can transform how you feel and how your home feels. So I'm creating a summertime scent for this DIY cleaning spray. I use it to wipe down surfaces that just need a light clean or a little dusting. It makes the room smell like, well, it reminds me of slowly wandering around my garden on a summer's evening, watering my plants or doing a little deadheading. And the air, it just seems full of fragrance, but not in an overbearing way. It's sweet but fresh. I think some cleaning sprays tend to knock you out with their scent, and this I find softly lingers. Today we're making drop scones, or Scotch pancakes as they're also known. This is a Mary Berry recipe. I've never needed to change it. You don't need to mess with Mary. The mistake I've made many, many times is not letting your pan heat up properly. I'm not the most patient of people, but if you don't wait for the pan to be hot enough, you just end up with a sad first batch of pancakes. I just love how they puff up. Blueberries are coming into season now, so I'm going to make a simple compote out of frozen ones and icing sugar. These bookcases, I love having the space to be able to style them and decorate them, but equally they stump me a bit. I'm not particularly quick at doing things like this, but that's okay. I could either do it over a few days, or like this afternoon my toddler was happily playing and I could take my time. I often have to stop and look up some inspiration. I know what I like or don't like. I'm never quite sure how to get there. I pin images all the time to a shelf styling board on Pinterest. And whenever I do these shelves, I just keep looking at them. If I get stuck, I'll go back and have a look and get some new inspiration or ideas. I'm amazed how some stylists can just do this in seconds. But I suppose when we're doing it in our own homes, we're having to come up with new combinations time and time again, using the same objects. And sometimes I feel like I run out of ideas. I just move things around to see what they look like. I always remember somebody saying about having a zigzag pattern running down your shelving, and you put similar items or similar size items on the zigzag points. So that is what I'm trying to do with my books or my artwork, and then later on also the greenery. I wanted to add something a bit more summery. I had a spare frame, so I'm going to try and find a print that I like. I've just searched public domain artwork. If it's in the public domain, it's free to download. I found a few images here that I like, so I'm just looking through. Oh, I've got Sophie Elizabeth keeping me company. I'm just printing these on normal paper. I printed a few different ones so I can have some options. If I particularly like a print or I want a size that is bigger than my printer can handle, I'll usually wait till Black Friday. And then I can print a few and take advantage of the discounts that lots of companies have. And it's another way to save some money, but still get something beautiful. I mean, personally, I think the flowers do the heavy lifting. They just seem to transform the shelves. I don't actually have many summery pieces, so this could look quite autumnal without the flowers. They just seem to bring that freshness. I don't know, I'm figuring it out as I go along. I love the wide edges on the Oxford pillowcase, and with this floral pattern, I think it feels wonderfully whimsical. I don't have the ideal cushions to go with this summer bedding, but that's okay. Things can be added to your home over time. The bed will still be cosy and inviting, even without the perfectly matched cushions. You don't have to change many things to make your home feel fresher, lighter, slightly different. Small changes can make a big difference. At least they do to me. Thank you for joining me today. If you would like to, then please subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful summer.